All right, hello geometry class. Welcome back to day 2 of week 9, where we will be going over 30, 60, 90 triangles. First things first, just as I always do in the beginning, let's go quickly over what's going on this week. Yesterday we did 45, 45, 90 triangles and looked at the sides. Today we're doing 30, 60, 90 triangles. We're going to look at the sides. Remember to comment on the videos or comment on either on YouTube, on Canvas, or send me an email. Let me know how you're doing with this stuff. Let me know if it's making sense or if you're having trouble. I'd love to hear from you. Okay, I miss you guys. I really would like to hear from you. So, with that said, so that's today, yesterday and today. So that's Monday, Tuesday, and then Wednesday, tomorrow, you have some packet work or some worksheet work to get done. And then on Thursday, and also, don't forget to turn in the packet. Make sure you submit it. If you're having trouble submitting it, take a picture of it, email it to me. If you're having trouble with that, reach out to me. I can figure out a way to get it submitted to me. So that's Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Thursday is makeup day, catch-up day. Anything that you have missed in the past, get done Thursday. Reach out to me if you don't know what to do. Friday is our social emotional day, where I want you to use that time to meet with either Miss Johnson, Miss Armistead, or Mr. Bergenholtz or Mr. Nelson. A lot of times, if you go to those meetings, we can give you credit for the day, credit the work done, because some of the teachers will be in those meetings. I know I went to a few last week, got to talk to a few students. It was great to hear from some of you. Great to see some faces on the video chat. I know we don't get to see you guys that much, or at all ever. So it was nice to see that. So that's this week. Today, we're going to be talking about 30, 60, 90 triangles. So learning objectives. Students will be able to recognize patterns in a 30, 60, 90 triangle. And again, we're going to be dealing with the length of side patterns. That's specific to what we're going to be doing. But first, let's take a look at my kind of review from yesterday or the last video. We talked about 45, 45, 90 triangles. We know that at 45, 45, 90, because it's isosceles, it's got two sides that are the same and it's got the 90-degree angle. So therefore, this is also 45 degrees. And remember that our formula for finding the sides is this right here. It's our two legs are the same, and then our hypotenuse is the leg, the leg length times the square root of 2. So let's take a look at what this one looks like. So I'm missing two sides here. So these two are going to be the exact same, because this will be x and x. And then this one is x square root 2, so it'll just be 8 square root 2. All right. This one down here, it's the exact opposite, where we're given this side right here, x square root 2 side, and we see that that's 3, so this is 3 and that's 3. Easy enough. That's my 45, 45, 90 triangles that we went over in the last video. Let's take a look at my 30, 60, 90s. And to kind of develop a formula for the 30, 60, 90, we're actually going to use a equilateral triangle to start. Okay? So, if you remember what an equilateral triangle is, ooh, that's a pretty good one actually. Is a triangle where all sides are the same and all angles are the same. So we have 60, 60, 60. So I'm just going to use a number. I'm just going to use 8. Okay? And we're going to take a look at this. And what I want to do for my 30, 60, 90 triangle is I'm going to drop a line down here that's going to cut this triangle in half, and it's going to cut it in half and create a right triangle right here. And it's also going to cut this angle in half. So now I have my 30, 60, 90 triangle. So come here, 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 because this is 30 up here. So that's 30. This is 90, and this is still 60. Okay? So, and this side is 8 still. Ooh, jeez. That's 8. This down here, because I dropped this line down and cut it in half, is 4. So this would be like 4 and 4 over here. This is just going to be 4. So now I want to figure out what this last side is, what this side is. And I know what my hypotenuse is. And if we remember, a squared plus b squared equals c squared. My hypotenuse is 8. One of my legs is 4. I don't know what this leg is over here. So let's set up an equation and solve for it. Let's figure out what that is. So 4, we'll use it as a squared, 4 squared plus b squared equals 8 squared. 4 squared is 16 plus b squared equals 8 squared is 64. Subtract, now I'm just going to solve. Subtract 16 from both sides. Subtract 16. End up with b squared equals 48. And then the last piece, as I've been doing before, square root both sides. So I'm left with b equals the square root of 48. However, we need to simplify this because I want to see what kind of patterns similar to my 45, 45, 90 triangles I have. So I'm going to simplify this 48. I'm going to put it up here and I'm just going to kind of go, I'm going to figure out what my, oh, that's 45. I'm going to do 48. 48. I want to figure out what my factors are. So 48, we got 12 times 4 is going to give me 48. And 12, I can break down into 6 and 2, and then 6 into 3 and 2. 3 and 2 equals 6, 6 and 2 equals 12, and then 4 into 2 and 2. So just as I did before, I'm going to circle what I have for pairs. A 2 and a 2. Okay, so I can take a set of 2's out. I'm just going to put it here. And then another set of 2's, a 2 and a 2. And then what I have left underneath is just going to be a 3. So I'm left with 4 square root 3. It's my side here. All right. Okay, I see some things that are going on here. I see an 8, I see a 4, and I see another 4 with a square root 3. Let's take a look at one more problem. Let's see if we can take a look at another one and see if it looks similar to what we have here, or if there are any patterns between the two. What do I want to use now? I want to use, let's use 10. Let's use 10 as my if I'm going to use, looking at an equilateral triangle again, say I have a 10 here, drop that down, this will be a 10 on the full side, and this will just be a 5. So my triangle here looks like a 10, a 5, right there, and this would be my 60 and 30. Okay, so again, we're going to set it up. A squared plus b squared equals c squared. A squared plus b squared equals c squared, where my a squared is 5. Oops. 5 squared plus b squared equals c squared, or my c squared is going to be 10 squared, because that's on my hypotenuse, which is right here. 5 times 5, 25, plus b squared equals 10 times 10 is 100. Go ahead, solve, subtract 25, subtract 25, cancels, b squared equals 75, okay? Square root it, simplify, square root the b squared, square root, I'm left with b equals square root 75. And then I'm going to bring the 75 up here. I'm just going to find factors of it. So we'll go 25 and 3. 25 times 3 is 75. And then 25, 5 times 5. And can we go any further? Can we do anything to this right here that would help me simplify it? Nope. So I take a look here. I circle my 5s, circle my 5s. I end up with, take the 5 out, 5 square root 3. Okay? That's my answer for my B side, 5 square root 3. So now, let's take a look at these two triangles here, okay? Take a look at the arm, take a look at the different sides, and see if there's any pattern we can figure out here. So this one, my hypotenuse was an 8. And then my short side was a 4, which is half of 8. And then my other side, my other leg, is half of 8 times the square root of 3. Okay, let's see if that works out here. So my long side's a 10. My short side is half a 10. And then my other short side is half a 10 times the square root of 3. Oh, okay, I see what's going on here. Let's write it in a way that we can use as a formula to solve for missing sides. Okay? So, here's my 90-degree triangle. We'll call this one 30. We'll call this one... We'll call this one 30 if this looks closer. 30, 60, 30, 60, 90 triangle. Okay? This side over here is going to be my X side. In this case, it would be 4. Okay? In this case, it would be 5. It's my short side. I'm going to take that short side, I'm going to multiply it by 2. That's going to give me my hypotenuse. Okay? So if we take a look at what these look like, so here's my short side 4. 4 times 2 is 8. Okay, that works. 5 times 2 is 10. And then for my other missing leg, I'm just going to use X again. But then I'm going to multiply it by the square root 3. By root 3. Okay? And this is my formula. All right? That's my formula for finding the side length of a 30, 60, 90 triangle. Now, quickly, let's take a look at some 30, 60, 90 triangles. Okay, so that would be 30, this is 60, 90. 30, 60, 90. All right, so if I have a 12 here, and then let's do this one as a 10 here, okay? First start with this one. So this is my short side. We can see here, my short side's always across from the 30, so across from the 30 is a 10, okay? To find the long side, I gotta multiply it by 2, so that's gonna be 20. And then, to find this side here, I just take my short side, my X, and multiply it times the square root of 3. 10 square root of 3. Boom. And we don't have to do the decimal, I'll just leave it there. Okay? And those are my answers for this one. This one over here, I'm given the 12 as my long side. Okay? Right here. So it's 2 times X is going to give me 12. For this one here, to find my short side, I got to cut my long side in half. What's half of 12? Half of 12 is 6. All right, and then now that I know my X value, X square root 3. So 6 root 3. All right, and that's my 30, 60, 90 triangles, okay? Please, if you're having any issues with this, you're not understanding this, reach out. Once you do get it, once you see how this works, it becomes very simple to kind of plug in the numbers and find the side lengths, okay? There's some more difficult math we can do. There's some more things in there that we could get to, but we're not gonna right now, okay? We're gonna stick with this. We're gonna stick with looking at kind of the basics of a 30, 60, 90 triangle. All right. If you have any questions, reach out. Please, please, please. I want to hear from you guys. I want to interact with you guys, and it's been tough not having that interaction back and forth because of what's been going on in our society. I'd love to hear from you. I'd love to hear from you about math. Love to hear from you about any other subjects, about outside of school stuff. Let me know how you're doing, and hopefully everyone's well. If you have any questions, as always, hit me up. Thank you.